In the heart of the realm of Kendoria, land once renowned for its fertile hills, poetic bards, and the gentle hum of progress, a subtle sickness has begun to permeate the air. Whispers of discontent echo through cobblestone streets, and the once vibrant marketplace now seems shrouded in a veil of depression. But what ails this story land? To uncover the truth, we must delve into its society, exploring the exodus of its citizens and the struggles of its men. Kendoria, with its rich history and cultural heritage, has always been a beacon of the world, yet in recent times an increasing number of its citizens have chosen to embark on journeys across the seas, seeking the new beginnings in distant lands. This mass departure, reminiscent of migrating birds charting unknown courses, raises a poignant question: why are so many leaving the embrace of their homeland? The once thriving guilds and bustling workshops of Kendoria face unprecedented challenges. The once thriving guilds and bustling workshops of Kendoria face unprecedented challenges. The clanging of coins has grown faint, and the promise of prosperity seems but a distant memory. Stagnant wages, coupled with rising cost of essentials, have rendered the pursuit of a comfortable life akin to chasing childhood. In response, many have set their sights on foreign shores, lured by tales of lands where the streets have paved with gold and the opportunity awaits at every corner. Among the myriad destinations, the continent of Eldoria shines brightly. Its flourishing cities, temperament, climate, and a pleasant blend of tradition and innovation captivated the hearts of many Kendorians. Stories abound of artists finding patronage, scholars receiving acclaim, and families thriving amidst Elsian fields. Such narratives have sprung a modern-day odyssey with thousands leaving the familiar in search of Eldrian dreams. Within Kendoria's hallowed halls of power, decisions have been made that unconsciously fuel this exodus. Reforms in taxation, particularly those affecting the merchant class and landowners, have sown the seeds of discontent. The once favorable conditions that nurtured enterprise have shifted, prompting those with means and ambitions to seek more fertile ground. The coffers of the kingdom, once overflowing, now feel the strain of departing wealth and talent. Amidst the outward flow of its populace, Kendoria grapples with an insidious challenge within its borders, a crisis that remains largely unspoken yet profoundly impacts the fabric of its society. In the quiet corners of Kendoria, behind stoic faces, many men wrestle with unseen demons, the pressures of societal expectations, the weight of providing for kin, and the relentless march of time have climaxed in a mental health crisis. Despite the vapid image of an unyielding Kindorian man, vulnerability festers beneath the surface, leading to isolation and despair. Several factors intertwine to cast this despair over Kendoria's men. Economic uncertainty, the shifting sense of Kendoria's economy have eroded the traditional foundations upon which many have built their lives, leading to feelings of inadequacy and hopelessness. The erosion of tight-knit communities, once the bedrock of Kendoria societies, has left many without support networks, amplifying feelings of loneliness. A subtle yet profound transformation has taken root, shaping the very essence of masculinity. From the earliest days of education, young boys find themselves navigating the labyrinth of societal expectations that often seem at odds with their instinctive nature. Behaviors once deemed typical: boundless energy, adventurous spirits, and the affinity for risk-taking, are now frequently viewed through the lenses of suspicion and concern. Within the hallowed halls of Kendoria's primary schools, a silent doctrine prevails: conformity is prized above all. Boys who exhibit high energy levels or assertiveness are often labeled as disruptive. Instead of challenging these traits constructively, the prevailing approach leans towards suppression. Educational systems perhaps accidentally favor behaviors traditionally associated with femininity, tranquility, compliance, and docility. This bias sidelines many boys, making them feel inherently flawed for their natural mental dispositions. As these young lads progress through the educational systems, there is increasing tendency to medicalize behaviors that deviate from the established norm. Conditions such as ADHD are diagnosed with alarming frequency. While ADHD is a legitimate concern for some, the broad application of this diagnosis raises questions. Are we addressing genuine neurodevelopmental disorders, or are we just demeaning the very essence of boyhood? The reliance on medication as the first line response further implicate the narrative, suggests that the solution lies in chemical restraint rather than understanding and adaptation. Beyond the confines of the classroom, a broader societal shift casts traditional masculine traits in a negative light. Qualities such as assertiveness, competitiveness, and stoicism are increasingly associated with toxicity. This blanket vilification neglects the positive aspects of masculinity, such as protectiveness, resilience, and leadership. Young boys absorbing these mixed messages grapple with the identity crisis, uncertain of how to express their masculinity in a socially acceptable manner. The repercussions of this cultural shift are profound. Boys who feel their natural inclinations are unwelcomed may become disengaged, leading to academic underachievement and behavioral issues. The internalization of societal disapproval can manifest as low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression. In some cases, the suppression of innate behaviors may result in the very aggression and defiance that the system aims to prevent. From the excess of dubious employment practices to an entrenched class hierarchy and oppressive taxation, the issues have woven a complex web that ensures the very essence of its society. In Kendoria, the rise of bogus self-employment has become a glaring concern. Workers, particularly in sectors of construction and delivery services, are often misclassified as self-employed, stripping them of essential rights and protections. This practice not only exploits individuals but also siphons off significant tax revenues, undermining the kingdom's economic foundation. The societal fabric of Kendoria is tightly woven with threads of class distinction. Opportunities for advancements are scarce, with one's birth often dictating their destiny. This region hierarchy stifles innovation and breeds resentment as the chasm between the privileged and the underprivileged widens. Kendoria citizens labor under the burden of a convoluted and punitive tax systems. High marginal tax rates, sometimes reaching up to 60%, fuels public discontent. Such economic policies not only strain individual finances but also hampers the kingdom's overall financial vitality. So, with stagnant financial growth, high inflation leading to cost of living crisis, elevated taxation levels burdening citizens, rise in precarious employment and misclassification of workers, entrenched class structure limiting societal mobility, demonization of traditional masculinity leading to identity challenges among men, early age behavioral suppression with boys with non-conformity of addressed through medication, strained healthcare systems with increasing demand and stifling issues, welfare reforms resulting in reduced support for vulnerable populations, a complex environment hindering business operations, challenges in international relations affecting trade and security, increased defense spending amongst geopolitical tensions impacting the public finances. With all this, it makes it a challenging country to live in. But in reflection upon these challenges, one might find solace in the notion that Kendoria is but a fragment of my imagination. For surely, no real nation would tolerate such a dystopian reality where systemic failures crush the potential of its people and dim the light of hope. My name is Ozzy from Asenchi. Thank you for watching. If you like brutal battles, high stakes warfare, betrayal, brotherhood, revenge, a dark fantasy world on the brink of chaos, epic powers, legendary fighters, deep political intrigue, and power struggles. Buy my book. It's on sale right now on Amazon. There's a link in the description, and don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on socials, and peace.